What happens after we transcend the ego? Does the self dissolve into silence, or does it step into a vast, infinite awareness where the boundaries of reality blur? For centuries, mystics and visionaries have hinted at something extraordinary beyond the ego, a place where time and space lose meaning and the essence of who we are merges with the greater whole. But here's the paradox. The ego convinces us it's essential for survival, while in reality, it's the very barrier keeping us from our truest nature. Trapped in patterns of fear, judgment, and attachment, we live as shadows of the limitless beings we were meant to be. Yet just beyond the walls of the ego lies a world where creation flows effortlessly, where the holographic universe responds to every intention, and where consciousness itself becomes the architect of experience. Are you ready to step beyond the illusions of the ego and discover what's been hidden in plain sight? In this journey, we'll dive deep into the wisdom of the book Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza, exploring the quantum mechanics of self-awareness, the energetic portals unlocked by transcending the ego, and the limitless possibilities waiting for those brave enough to take the leap. What lies ahead isn't just a transformation, it's the awakening to who you've always been. Number 1. Breaking free from the survival mode. Many people don't realize how deeply their minds are wired for survival. Fear, stress, and those lingering thoughts of what if dominate their lives. It's like living in a constant loop where the ego tells them they must protect themselves at all costs. Imagine this, you're stuck in traffic and your heart races because you're late for work. This reaction, while natural, comes from the same primal response your ancestors had when escaping predators. But today, it's not lions, it's deadlines and expectations keeping you in that fight or flight state. The good news? You can break free. Shifting from survival to creation begins with awareness. Take a moment each day to pause and ask yourself, am I reacting or am I creating? For example, instead of stressing about a missed opportunity, focus on visualizing a better one. Try a gratitude practice. Each morning, write down 3 things you're thankful for. This simple act rewires your brain to look for positive outcomes rather than threats. It's a small shift that opens the door to a more expansive and creative mindset. Once you start breaking free from survival mode, you'll notice something amazing. Space opens up in your mind. This is where human consciousness begins to expand. No longer bound by fear, you become more attuned to the possibilities of a holographic universe where your thoughts and emotions shape your reality. But how do we deepen this connection? That's where understanding the harmony between the heart and brain takes center stage. 2. The science of heart and brain coherence. The connection between the heart and brain is one of the most powerful yet overlooked aspects of human consciousness. When these two systems are in sync, they create a state known as coherence, where intuition, clarity, and a sense of inner peace naturally arise. Think of it as tuning a radio. When the frequency is clear, the message comes through without distortion. In the same way, aligning the heart and brain allows you to tap into the deeper layers of the holographic universe, where space-time and quantum mechanics work together to create your reality. This harmony doesn't just happen, it's cultivated. Practices like deep breathing and mindfulness are excellent starting points. For instance, the next time you feel stressed, try placing your hand over your heart and focusing on slow, rhythmic breaths. Visualize each breath as a wave of calm energy moving between your chest and your mind. This practice not only soothes ego-driven thoughts, but also invites a sense of unity within. Over time, this daily exercise can sharpen your intuition and help you make decisions that feel aligned with your higher self. Coherence is more than just a physiological state, it's a doorway. When you achieve this balance, you transcend the constant chatter of the ego and enter a realm of infinite possibilities. Here, the quantum field becomes accessible, offering a playground for creation and exploration. But what is this quantum field, and how does it allow us to connect with something far beyond our perceived limitations? Let's take a step into this mysterious yet empowering space. 3. The quantum field and infinite possibilities. The quantum field is a realm of infinite potential where everything you can imagine already exists in a state of possibility. It's like stepping into an invisible web of energy that connects all things beyond the limits of space-time. Human consciousness plays a key role in accessing this field, acting as both the observer and the creator. By shifting your focus from the physical world to this energetic plane, you can begin to see yourself not as a body with a soul, but as pure consciousness capable of influencing the holographic universe. To connect with the quantum field, meditation is a powerful tool. For example, try visualizing yourself as light, expanding beyond the boundaries of your physical form. As you do, focus on emotions like gratitude or joy, which elevate your vibration and align you with the field's limitless nature. This shift from identifying with egoic patterns to embodying your higher self allows you to create new realities. Think of it like tuning into a frequency. When you align with the right energy, you manifest the outcomes that match. This connection isn't just metaphysical, it's deeply practical. By recognizing that you are not bound by the constraints of time or material circumstances, you open doors to transformation. But this transformation requires more than fleeting moments of realization. It calls for a deliberate rewiring of the brain to break old egoic habits and patterns. How can we retrain our minds to align with this truth? That's where neuroscience meets the power of intention. 4. Rewiring the brain to break egoic habits. Rewiring the brain to break egoic habits is both a science and an art. The human brain, shaped by years of repetitive thoughts and behaviors, can feel like an unyielding maze. But neuroscience reveals a liberating truth. The brain is malleable, capable of forming new neural connections through deliberate effort. Think of your current thought patterns as well-worn paths in a forest. To change them, you must create new trails by consistently thinking and acting differently. This isn't just about changing habits. It's about shifting from the ego's limitations to the boundless nature of higher consciousness. Meditation and visualization are powerful tools for rewiring the brain. For instance, imagine waking up every morning and visualizing yourself as the most confident, joyful version of you. Picture how you'd walk, speak, and interact with the world. This isn't mere daydreaming. It's training your brain to recognize and embody new possibilities. Over time, the neurons associated with old limiting beliefs weaken, while those supporting your elevated self strengthen. Science calls this neuroplasticity, but in practice, it's a doorway to personal transformation. Breaking these old patterns isn't always easy, especially when the ego resists change. Yet, each small shift rewires your mind and opens you to deeper realities. As you replace fear-driven thoughts with empowering ones, you step closer to understanding that life isn't just about matter, it's about energy. This realization leads to profound shifts, including unlocking the potential of the pineal gland and diving into the vibrational essence of existence. 5. Shifting from matter to energy. Shifting from a focus on matter to energy is a transformative step in transcending the ego. Most people live with an ego-centered view of life, seeing only the material world and its limitations. But when you begin to understand that everything is energy, including your thoughts, emotions, and intentions, you realize how much power you truly have. The pineal gland, often referred to as the cosmic antenna, plays a pivotal role in this shift. It acts as a bridge between the physical and the metaphysical, allowing you to tap into elevated states of consciousness when activated. To begin this transformation, focus on raising your emotional vibration. Emotions like joy, love, and gratitude resonate at higher frequencies, creating harmony between your energy and the quantum field. For example, start your day with a gratitude ritual. Write down 5 things you're thankful for and truly feel the emotion behind them. Pair this with mindfulness practices such as yoga or breathwork, which naturally align your body and mind with elevated states. Over time, this alignment strengthens your connection to the pineal gland, opening the door to mystical experiences. Activating the pineal gland is not just about achieving heightened states, it's about transcending the ego entirely. This process allows you to experience life beyond the constraints of space-time, where the holographic universe reveals its infinite possibilities. But the journey doesn't end here. Once you've tapped into this potential, the next step is embodying the version of yourself that exists beyond the limits of your conditioned identity. How can you live as your future self, fully aligned with your highest potential? Let's explore that next. Number 6, living as your future self. Living as your future self means stepping into the highest version of who you are, here and now. Most people wait for external circumstances to change before they allow themselves to feel successful, joyful, or free. But this approach keeps them trapped in the ego's cycle of waiting and reacting. Instead, the key is to embody those feelings today, aligning with the energy of the life you want to create. Imagine yourself not as someone striving for a goal, but as someone who has already achieved it. How would you think? How would you act? This shift collapses the boundaries of space-time, allowing your intentions to resonate with the quantum field. To begin this process, try a technique called mental rehearsal. Close your eyes and vividly imagine a day in the life of your future self. See the details, the way you carry yourself, the way you interact with others, the environment around you. Engage all your senses to make the experience as real as possible. Then, bring those feelings into your present moment. For example, if your future self exudes confidence, start practicing confident body language today. Over time, these small, consistent actions create a powerful momentum toward becoming that version of you. Living as your future self also means letting go of the ego's attachment to the past. This requires forgiveness, not just of others, but of yourself. By releasing guilt, shame, or resentment, you free up the energy needed to embody your highest potential. And as you align with this new identity, you'll find that your life begins to reflect it effortlessly. But what's the next step after living this way? It's about taking everything you've learned and applying it in a way that transforms not just your life, but the lives of others. If you want to elevate your vibrations and manifest with more ease, I have prepared something special for you. Click the link in the first pinned comment and join us in the journey of awakening your inner mage.